Okay, I'm going to ask the question, the big question. Do you remember what your relationship was like with the other half before that fateful day of March the 23rd, 2020? That's lockdown day, in case you've forgotten. Because 5 months in, what have we learned? Retirement? I'm 60. I know it's hard to believe. Do Jews retire? Jews see retirement as not an end, but a new beginning. Not met my wife then. They see it as an opportunity to reinvent themselves. Really, I don't see it differently. I think it makes a 24-hour day 48 hours. I learned from COVID, being at home 24/7, I ain't going to be retiring soon. If I do, there's one of two things going to happen. There's going to be a body under the new patio or a divorce. I was just saying. You know, my wife has just informed me that during COVID, she'd wish she's married someone more practical. Practical? I'm not Jewish. Jews aren't practical. It's not in our DNA. And after 33 years, she now wants someone to fix a sink, fix a leak in the shower, do odd jobs around the house. She did ask me on day one if now I was off a bit, would I spray the fence outside? It's day 156 now, I'm not done it yet. Yeah, I'm working up to it, okay? I'm working up to it. My criticism will be my wife's Amazon ordering. Bloody one click. The worst invention ever. Because my wife is finger trigger happy. Oh yes, we need them. Click. Oh, I like those. Click. Click. Really? Do we need 48 large packs of Jacob's crackers? 24 boxes of mints? 20 odd cans of Dettol spray? She wanted to bake a cake. And I told her that on Tesco's weekly shop that week only, there was no icing sugar. Oh, click. £10, 10 kilo bag of icing sugar turns up. 10 kilos. I'm walking around the garden and the house thinking I'm like Narcos, the drug dealer. Jewish men, I've worked out now, can clean. And it's easy for men to get sucked in by new contraptions. Day one, lockdown. Click. 2 new Hoovers. One's handheld. It's an amazing piece of machinery. It's like a weapon. I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie. Going round. I've been hoodwinked. But there's one machine that I'm not allowed to touch. That's the washing machine. Apparently due to an incident about 10 years ago where I broke it. We've also got a new toaster. And because of isolation, I was getting bored one day and I made a piece of toast. I cut the bread into a hand and when it popped up, I gave it a high five. Strange isolation, isn't it? It's strange. You know, you don't know what day it is. Each day runs into each other. The only day I only know what day it is when I have my meds. It tells me what day it is. Lockdown has also taught me how I can cook. I think I've always been able to cook. You know, Jewish men can cook if they have to. It's now a chance to try some new stuff out. You know, I tried it. Mashed potato sandwich, fish fingers and custard, soy sauce and ice cream. Oh, the list is endless. And the things you can do with peanut butter, unbelievable. Being tidy in lockdown is a must. Even for a lazy Jew like me. As my wife keeps telling me. The first few days weren't a problem, you know, just the two of us. And then my son decides to return for lockdown, age 32. And no one told him about tidying up. He still believes in the cleaning up fairies. But, you know, credit to where credit's due. He is a tremendous cook. When he's in that kitchen, locks the door, we're not allowed to go in. It's amazing. He's made some amazing dishes, especially at the weekend, for us to eat. Every pan, pot is used, and he leaves the kitchen like Hiroshima. He also has a fine palate for whiskey. He has a favourite brand. Mine. Now, with my son being at home, my mum, his Jewish mother has turned into a typical Jewish mother with the food ordering. Got to have 3 of everything, just in case it runs out. And now we don't just have basic meals, my wife and I. We have to have a proper cooked meal every night because of my son. He likes his full-on meals. Liver, chicken, schnitzels. These are homemade schnitzels. Not your frozen ones. No, they're left for when he goes back. We can have those. Knedlach every Friday night. That's dumplings. Chopped liver, homemade chopped liver. I don't get this when he's not here. Or my daughter's not here. Duck. All of a sudden, we're now having duck. The other day, I was trying to order a certain brand of butter, which my son, and we all like, but my son likes. And there wasn't any. My wife, oh, click, yeah. Next day, 300, yes, 300 individual, those hotel catering packs of butter, 300. I happened to mention that we might not be able to get any bagels. Not a problem, my wife. Click, 72 bagels. I've had to buy an extra fridge to put all this new stuff in. I've realised now that being Jewish is not necessary. You need to talk to your partner all the time. And we had a big row the other day. A big row. We didn't talk for ages. And it was about, 3 days later. I was looking for a particular shirt. And I said to my wife, I said, oh, have you seen this shirt? She looked at me, she says, oh, you're talking to me now? I was a little bit confused. I said, well, yeah, what do you mean? She says, oh, haven't you noticed I haven't spoken to you for 3 days? I said, no, I just thought we were getting on better. My wife and I have taken up a new hobby, a new Jewish hobby, which is while we're walking through the park, etc., we like to criticise other people for not social distancing. And then as we pass neighbours' homes, we try and recollect whether we saw them on those Thursdays we were doing the clap for the NHS and bitching about them. I wanted to buy a dog while COVID was on, but my wife turned around to me and said, a dog is for life, not just for COVID. So that's a no then. It's sad that exercising as a couple is a good idea, really. I mean, I want to keep fit. My wife actually read an article and wanted me to join her in her 20-minute walk each day. And she said to me, I read an article that will spice up your sex life. She said, if you walk 20 minutes a day, it'll improve your sex life. I looked at her and I said, who do I know who lives 20 minutes away? Oops. I did make a pledge when lockdown happened, to keep fit, do my exercise 1 hour a day. I think by day 65, I was sitting in the bath eating a tin of cold spaghetti hoops. The other thing I've also worked out with not having to go to work properly is will I ever wear trousers again with a zipper? I mean, I heard lots of comments during this time from women, on Zoom at meetings and stuff, they're complaining about the grey hair this, can't wait for the hairdressers to open, it's about time they opened. I don't know what the big fuss is about. I'm lucky because I'm colourblind and I just love my dark hair.